Hi guys, hope everyone is doing good and having a good Wednesday. I have just a small Dollar Tree haul to share with you and just kind of share why I've been kind of not making videos lately. If you guys are following me for my Dollar Tree videos, you guys know we're all on the hunt for those little macaroon trinket boxes. So yes, I'm included in that, and I have 3 Dollar Trees kind of within driving distance, which, not too far. And today I checked the third one. I've checked the first 2 another time, and I still can't find them. I was like, no, because I just think they're so cute and I really want them, but I know it's not just me, the other people, other places are having a hard time finding them too. So I guess the hunt continues. I'll wait to the end of the video to explain it, but I had to drop my dog off at the vet this morning after I took my son to school, and the Dollar Tree, the third Dollar Tree is not too far from there, so that's why I stopped in at the third Dollar Tree today. But like I said, I didn't find it, but I did find this reusable tote. This is the one with the pineapple. It is just plain on the back. But you guys know me, I love my reusable totes. I like to buy them, and usually I will, like when I do gifts and stuff, I will put them in these kind of bags as opposed to like the paper bags, just because, the paper could rip so easily. And then, it's like another little gift in itself because they could always reuse it. So, this is pretty thin. As you can see, it's not very big, but it's, it's cute. So I went ahead and I got one of these, and all my stuff in here, so you can see I didn't really have that much stuff. So I did see people hauling this, and I finally seen these today, so I went ahead and I picked it up, and then I just put all my stuff in it, because I don't know about everywhere else, but here in California you have to pay for your bags, which, I mean, I usually buy bags every time I go somewhere anyways, because I hate taking my bags with me. So since I had this, I just had her put my stuff in here because it wasn't that much. So got that. And I've seen a lot of people, a lot of you guys finding the real big and thick coloring books, like the adult coloring books. I had yet to find them, and then I randomly seen this one sitting there. It's Inspired Coloring Patterns, Coloring to Relax and Free Your Mind. And as you can see, it's a nice thick one. So this is the back. So you can tell this wasn't, like a Dollar Tree product, I guess. So inside just has these different patterns. But it's a really good value for $1. And I think I'm going to be gifting this. But it's, it's a nice quality. So I got that. I did pick up, I used to always buy this, but when I got more on counting my calories, I stopped drinking it because it has a lot of calories for this bottle. But like, I needed something in my system, so I did pick this up and drank some of it. But I really like this. It's just the Donald Duck orange juice. So they had this for a while, and then they brought in smaller bottles, and I'm like, that's not worth $1. But then they brought the bigger ones back. So yeah, I was sipping on that in the car. Then I picked up 2 of these. It's Fruit Chews. It's 1 pound, so it's a nice big size. It says it has 100. Then it says sold by weight, not count. But so I picked up 2 of those, and so there's the other one. So my son is graduating from 8th grade this year in about, I don't know, a month and a half or so. So we're going to be throwing him a graduation party, and what I had decided to do was, in a previous haul, I picked up some of those, those paper cups, like bowl things that I guess you could put like ice cream or whatever in. So they had some graduation ones, and I picked some up, and what I was going to do is fill them with candy, and then I picked up some of these clear loot bags. I'm going to just put it in here and wrap it up. Just as like, you would do at a birthday party type of thing. But the bowls say graduate or something, graduation or something on them. I don't even remember. I never hauled them because I haven't done a haul for a while, as you guys know. So I was going to make some of those little things that people could take as they leave. You know how that works. So I picked up 2 of these for those today, and then I picked up the bags to wrap them up. And like I said, I already have the bowl little cup thingies, whatever they're called. So I just needed those, and I have to get some more candy. But I saw these and I thought it was a good deal, you know, because it's so big. Then I picked up this 2-pack of these bags. They're just like the gray, silver, whatever. And I am, excuse me, I have a couple things already for graduation presents. So I picked up these to use for that, because I do save my paper bags, but I don't really have any that was like graduation themed. So I just went ahead and I picked these up. They're 2 for $1, because like I got him, well, I'll show you guys in a minute. Anyways, long story short, these are for some presents that I want to start making sure I get them put up before he ends up seeing them. So I got those. And then I finally found the 3-pack of the notebooks. I looked for these 3-packs forever. All through the Dollar Trees I go to, never found them. And then today, on one little peg, I randomly seen a few packs there, so I went ahead and picked them up. So that comes with 3, and these are perfect if you make traveler's notebooks, which I want to make some more to try to sell. So I went ahead and I picked up 3 packs, so that would be, you know, a few. I can make a few with those. It just makes it easier when you're making them. And then I found, and I looked for these when everybody was hauling them, never found them. Of course, you know, when you're looking for things, you can't find them. And then today, randomly, I seen one of those little, you know, those little strips that they hang the stuff on. There was one, like, on an end cap, and I seen them there, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, I picked up these. So, these are the mason jar, like, Ziploc bags, or reusable bags. So, this is the big one, and it comes with 2. So, I picked up one of these. These are perfect to put goodies in if you're sending out, like, a rack or some friend mail or Happy Meal, whatever. These are perfect to put little goodies in. So yeah, I picked up the big one of the big ones that comes with 2. And then I also picked up 2 of the smaller ones. These are 5 ounces, and this says 29 ounces. But the small ones come with 3, so I did pick up 2 because these are easier to ship out than the giant ones. So this would just be, you know, you throw in some goodies and with whatever you're sending and call it a day. So I had been on the hunt forever, never found them, and found them today finally. So when I have a chance, that's what I plan on doing, you know, sending out more goodies. I've just been so busy and whatnot. So like I said, my son is graduating in 8th grade, and sorry about that. I've been picking him up things here and there, present-wise, and so one of the things I picked him up was he loves, like, hats, any kind of hats, whatever. So I had picked him up this one, this Vans one. I just tried to get him colors that he didn't normally, or he doesn't have. And he has a lot of Vans clothes and Vans shoes and stuff, so I thought this one would be good. And he has a shirt that's actually this, like, burgundy color. So yeah, this is from Kohl's. It was $24. So he got that. I got him that, and then I also got him these shorts. These are Vans as well from Kohl's, and I did get these ones on sale. They are regularly $50, and that's kind of pricey, but they were like 20% off or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But I had got another shirt to go with them that I ended up giving him the shirt to wear already, so I may either just give him the shorts as is, like in a present, or find another shirt for them. But so they just look like that. I like the fact that their tag is just like stamped in there and there's not like a hanging tag. So they're really cute, I think. I think he'll like them, so that's part of a present as well. And then I have, like, what I hate sometimes, and I'm just kind of rambling, is when you order things and they ship it in like several packages, and I'm like, can you just ship it together? So, like I said, he's graduating 8th grade, and then the last week of school, that Monday, they have an 8th grade field trip, and they're going to, like, it's a water park. It has, like, a big arcade. It has, like, miniature golf and water slides and all that. So, I bought him this backpack. It's one of those that just has, like, the string sides. This is, you know, it's nice quality. It's not like the super cheapy kind. I mean, obviously it's Nike, so it wasn't, you know, cheap for one of these. But it's nice quality, so I figured he could put his wet stuff in here instead of taking his backpack. This might work better for him. I don't know if you guys want the SKU number or anything on there, but I got him this for that, and then he could use it for other stuff after that. So, and I also ordered him some, you know, like those Nike slides, you know, I think that's what they're called. They match the bag, well, they're black, and they have like the white Nike emblem on the top. But those are in another package, so they haven't come yet. They're supposed to be here Friday. I ordered these shoes, and these are from Mud, and I got them from Kohl's. And so they're $24. And they look obviously just like Birkenstocks. And I picked these up for my mom as part of her Mother's Day present, because she does love stuff like this. And they're size 9. I don't know if anybody cares, but that's the size. Actually, we both wear size 9, but so I got those for her. They're kind of thin. Like, we both kind of have wide feet, so I hope they fit okay. But I thought she would really like these, so I got her those as part of her gift. And then another thing I ordered for my son from Kohl's was this sweatshirt. My son is obsessed with hoodies, so I got him this one. It says delivered fresh since 1966. It has like the old school Volkswagen van on there. And then, let's see. I know some of you guys like SKU numbers, so that's the SKU right there. It's just the van pullover, black. Yeah, it's a size large. It's like crazy how big my son is now. So yeah, I got him that as part of one of his gifts. So that stuff needs to get put away and whatnot. So that's all the hauling part I'm going to share with you guys. But so if you just came for the haul, you know, thank you for watching and checking out what I've picked up. But for those of you that are curious of, you know, partly why I haven't done videos is because I can give you guys the exact date. On, I'm trying to make sure my information is not showing on here. So it was on 4/7, which was April 7th. Actually, it was the night before, so it would have been April 6th. And this might take a minute, so, I mean, like, if you guys don't want to watch, that's fine. My dog, who was actually my aunt's dog till she passed away, and then I got her. She's a little Pomeranian. You guys have seen her if you, maybe on some videos, and definitely if you're on, you know, you follow me on Instagram, you actually probably know about this, but if you guys follow me on there, she's the dark brown Pomeranian that I have pictures of. So her and my other dog, which is the light Pomeranian, they will sometimes go out in the backyard and, like, kind of fight with the neighbor dog through the fence. You know, like, they think they're all big and bad even though they're little tiny things. I was in here in my craft room and I could hear them barking. They do it all the time. They'll go for a few minutes and they both kind of walk away and do their own thing, right? So I was sitting here and I hear them barking. I'm like, oh, here they go again. And mind you, the neighbor's dogs are really big, so it's like these guys think they're tough. So they're barking, and then I hear my one dog like go, arr! Like she hurt herself, and I'm like, so I get up, and then by the time I get to the back door, I have a doggy door built in or into, you know, the sliding door or whatever. So as I get almost there, she comes in and she has her paw like up in the air. You know how they do that when they're hurt. So I was like, what did you do? And then, like, I noticed it was bleeding, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I was scared, but you know, the only time she ever cried during this whole ordeal, you guys, was when it first happened. So I don't know if she's just really a badass or what, but she was like so tough. She never cried or nothing. And she's pretty furry, so I couldn't really see the damage. And I did notice, like, I could see skin and like separation a little bit, but you know, with all the fur I couldn't really tell, plus I'm not a doctor. And so I kind of was watching her. She was bleeding. I was trying to, you know, help her but not touch it because I was kind of getting grossed out just because I don't like blood. And she seemed fine, and I was gonna it was kind of, you know, later at night, so I was gonna just kind of see how she did overnight. And then of course, you know, if she wasn't walking on it, like, I would have taken her to the vet. So just kind of seeing, plus it was late. So the next morning, and also during that time it had stopped bleeding, so I wasn't overly concerned, but of course I was concerned, you know, because she wasn't walking on it. So the next morning, which was the 7th, I decided to take her into the vet, which of course you can't do a walk-in or else it's considered an emergency visit. So a regular doctor's visit is like $58, and if you have to go in, and that's just the doctor visit, not none of the work, none of the medication, nothing, right? But if you have to go in on an emergency, it's like $160. Like I said, that's only the doctor visit, not the medication, not anything else that has to be done. That's just the bottom line that you're going to pay to have the doctor look at it. So I had to take her in, and the doctor couldn't really tell. Like I said, you know, she's very furry, so they wanted to put her under anesthesia, shave it up, you know, shave it, and what they originally thought was just like a separated, like, finger, quote unquote finger, turned out to be a lot more than what it was. And the doctor realized it once, you know, she got her shaved and could see everything. So what she explained to me, basically, okay, if you guys have seen a dog's paw, you know, there's like 4 fingers and then sort of like a thumb, right? So somehow she got her paw cut up on, and it was her right front paw. If, like, she, you know, if I'm the dog, it's this foot at the front. She had got caught on something, I don't know. Like I said, by the time I got to the door, she was already coming in the house. And so basically, this is what the doctor explained to me. I saw right here when I first looked at her, and I could see like skin or something, and that's all I saw. When they got her all shaved up, because they shaved her all this, basically what happened was from here to here, it got ripped apart. So this basically was not even attached anymore. It was just hanging there. So they were going to have to do the surgery to cut this off because there was no way to save it because it was already detached from each other. It was just hanging there, apparently. And then if you look at a dog's underside, you see, they have that pad right here and then the little pads here. So when this got taken off, all this came off too. It was like gone. So they had to get all this removed. So as of right now, she basically has this much right here, this much of her paw. This is all gone. And then because this is gone, they couldn't take these 2 pieces and, stitch them back together because there's no skin there. So, she had the surgery, to get everything removed, and then every single day, yes, every single day, Monday through Sunday, I have to take her in because since they can't close the wound, they have to put some special kind of stuff on there that helps it from getting infected and helps the skin grow or something. So she has to go in every single day and get it fixed or put the stuff on there, and she has to wear like this bandage thing up to here. So this is covered with whatever it is they put on there. So like just the first day, wait, this isn't the one. Is it the one? No, I am wrong, you guys. That was the wrong paper that I showed you guys. So actually it happened on April 5th was the day she first went in. Try not to give all my information out online. So she went in on 4/5, So it happened 4/4 the night of. And then this is everything she had done. So the first day alone cost me $518.58, which was the emergency fee, which I've gone to them because if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that one of my other dogs that I had, that she fought cancer for like 2 years, and then we finally, the doctor in October had said there's nothing else they could do for her. We had to have her put down. So if you guys have been around for a while, you know that. So they know who we are and whatever. So luckily, my emergency fee, instead of being like almost $160, they just charged me the regular fee, which is $58.75. And then, so then they had the examination. She had to get a catheter, and that's the first bandage that she had to do. And then soft tissue surgery, which is basically cutting everything off. And then she had anesthesia, and then some medicine, a collar, and then some other medicine. So, yeah, I did get some things discounted because, like I said, we've been there before. So, even at that, it was still $518. Yeah, so that was the first day. And mind you, this was on 4/5, April 5th. So, every day since April 5th, we've had to take her in and get the bandage changed. So, this is one I showed you guys previously. So every day she has to get the bandage application over the counter, and it's $33.75. And I do have a care credit card, which was what I used to pay for it, which luckily I have that. I think, so anyways, she has to go in for the application every day, the bandage application. So I'm trying not to show all my information here, you guys. So, mind you, let's see. And these aren't even all of them. This is just some of the pile I have. All these papers are my receipts from going every day. They give me one of these. This is the receipts. So I have a nice stock of those, and she has a nice bill. I think we're about $1,000 in right now, which it's like I have to like laugh about it because it's like ridiculous. But I mean, those of you guys who have pets, you know how you have to help them. You can't just let them suffer. And luckily, it seems to be working because they said if we do this and it doesn't work, we would end up having to have her leg taken off because, her leg would be messed up. And that would have been like a whole nother fee on top of what I'm already paying. So luckily, it seems to be working, thank God. She's been so awesome and so brave, and everyone at the vet, they just love her. Of course, they know her well because they see us every day. So this morning, they weren't supposed to have any tech appointments today, but they let me bring her in to drop her off because they didn't know when they would be able to get to her. So when I dropped off my son at school, I went from there all the way over to the vet, and then that's why I was able to stop at the Dollar Tree over there because it's like kind of down the highway some from over there, so I went in real quick. But, having to deal with this, I've been having to sleep downstairs on the couch because it's like having a baby again because she's supposed to wear the cone so she doesn't go at her leg, but, I can't, it's been so long, I can't make her wear that thing all the time. But I can't leave her unattended either because I don't want her to pick at it because then if she does and gets to it, we'll have to start all over, and I can't do that. So I've been sleeping on the couch, and it's like every time she moves, I'm like, oh my God, does she need to get up? And then I have to physically pick her up because they don't want her walking too much to end up putting pressure on the leg because it's very tender and stuff still. So I have to pick her up, physically take her outside, to see if she has to go potty or whatever. And I already don't sleep very well as it is. I have pretty bad insomnia, but having to deal with this, it's been so much worse. So I have hardly any sleep for a few weeks now. And it's been hard because I have to take my son to school, and it's a 25-minute drive from my house to his school. and then usually I have to come back home, which, you know, is another 25 minutes, and then sometime between when he goes and when he gets out, I would have to take her to the vet, which is about 25 minutes, not in the opposite direction, but kind of in another direction. So take her and either wait for them to work on her and then come all the way back home, or drop her off, come all the way back home, or go wherever I have to go. Then, mind you, I have to go back, pick up my son from school, and either have the dog with me, because I have to take her everywhere because she can't be by herself, and then come all the way back, or go pick him up, come back, and then have to wait for them to call me to pick her up, which is the situation today. She had to get dropped off because they're not supposed to do tech appointments today, but they, you know, they did it for her because they know her, what's going on with her. So dropped her off, went to Dollar Tree, came all the way home, decided to do a little video because I know some people ask, are you doing videos? What's going on? And it's just, it's been crazy. So that's basically for right now what's been going on. I've had some other things going on that's separate from, you know, the whole dog situation, but I'm not going to get into all that. And I just want to say basically that's what's been going on, and I've just been really tired, and so she has been taking up a lot of the time that I have to do things. So but you know, they say she's getting better little by little, and hopefully soon I won't have to, you know, she'll be better and I won't have to take her anymore, and she'll be able to get her bandages off and whatnot. So I know I've been rambling about it for a while, but I just kind of wanted to explain to those of you who were curious and asking. That's basically what's going on with her. I had a little bit about it on Instagram. I didn't go too much into detail, but that's where we are. So, yeah, I guess that's it. So, you know, things hopefully are starting to, you know, pick up with her, and hopefully things will get better. It's just been crazy. I do still have D-stashes and stuff that, especially now, like I was doing a lot of D-stashes to help pay off the rest of the bills we acquired from when my other dog had cancer. Even though she passed on, we still were stuck with, you know, all the bills. And if you guys have ever had to deal with that, you know that it's into the thousands, like plural thousands. And I, you know, obviously I wish I was rich, but I'm not. So I've been working on getting that paid off, and now we have this, and I'm like, okay, so maybe I can work on some D-stashes and try to help get that paid off some, because it's a lot of money, and I probably have a lot more to go still till she's better. So it's been kind of tough, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling now because I've been doing it for a while, but basically that's what's been going on lately. So any, you know, positive thoughts coming her way would be greatly appreciated, because we just really hope it heals, because, I mean, I would feel bad if we had to have her leg taken off, but I definitely don't need that expense. It's a lot. And then, you know, I have my son's graduation coming up, which it's like expensive, and just, you know how it is. But, you know, just got to try to stay positive about everything. But yeah, you guys, so hopefully that answers your questions, of those of you that were curious. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here now and wait for them to call me and get some stuff done. So thank you guys for watching and sticking around and listening to my little story here. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.